What's going on, everybody? It's the Green Gamer with another poll decision. This week's poll was, which of the 4 Simpsons villains were the most malicious? And the choices were Russ Cargill, Matt Groening, a video game boss, Cecil Terwilliger, and Seymour Skinner. We'll talk about why he was put in here for a little bit later at the end. But he technically was a villain. We're going to talk about Russ first, though. If everybody has seen the Simpsons movie, he was the villain of the movie. You know, put the dome over the town and all that crap. Leader of the EPA or something. I do have a clip with him. So, we're gonna actually take a look at that. He wasn't all that malicious, but he still was a villain. Like, here's the clip.
Russ Cargill, head of the EPA, here to see the president. Mr. President, pollution in Springfield has reached crisis levels. You want a joke, huh? Stop me if you've heard, and why did I take the job? Because I'm a rich man who wanted to give something back. Not the money, but something. You don't even want to read them first?
Yeah, he didn't even want to give back the money.
My name is Russ Cargill, and I'm head of the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. Look, I'm a man on a big TV. Just listen. Springfield has become the most polluted city in the history of the planet. To prevent your poisons from spreading, your government has sealed you all within this dome. Believe me, it's the last thing we wanted to do. I do own the company that makes the dome, but that's beside the point. No, rats can't be trapped this easily. You're trapped like carrots. Don't worry about that. We found a way to take you off the map. Of course I have. You ever tried going mad without power? It's boring. No one listens to you. Look what they're doing to our dome. You know what that is, sir? Don't worry, I'll take care of everything. You know nothing. Anyone can pick something when they know what it is. It takes real leadership to pick something you're clueless about. You already said 3. There is no 6. Double it as you wish, sir. The government has realized that putting you inside this dome was a terrible mistake. With Operation Soaring Eagle, which involves killing you all. What do you want? 4 generations of inbreeding? There's a couple of things they don't teach you at Harvard Business School. One is how to cope with defeat, the other is how to handle a shotgun. I'm going to do both right now. What treasure? I'm a wiener.
Classic.
Well, always leave them laughing. Goodbye, sir.
Yeah, that's not a very good clip, but that typically was all he did. He was going to kill everybody in town. Like, he even pulled out a shotgun on Homer, and Bart, for that matter. As for who stopped him, I do believe it was the baby. You know, Marge had finally come to terms with Homer, tried to find him, and yet the only one that found him was the baby, Maggie. And Maggie just pushed a rock off the cliff and killed her. I don't think Maggie killed Russ Cargill, but she did knock him out, as far as I know. I know there are a lot of people that didn't like the movie, and like tons and tons, but if I had to say, I was indifferent about the movie. I could kind of see why people didn't like it, but I don't know. I'm a good Simpsons fan. I liked the movie. It was okay to me. So if anything, I don't know. I know I wouldn't choose Russ Cargill. No, he is not my choice in this poll. He was not very malicious. His only intent was to just kill everybody in town because of, you know, an environmental hazard. And that was it. So, you know, he wasn't a very good villain, if anything. I could see why people didn't choose him. Or if anybody didn't, anyways. Anyways, on to the second choice. The second choice. Matt Groening. Okay, I said it at the beginning. Matt Groening was He was a villain in that video game that was in it was on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 2? It was either the 2 or 3. But yeah, he was a villain in the game. His purpose in the game, he was like the creator of The Simpsons. Well, obviously. And The Simpsons themselves even figured that out. Here, I've got a clip with him too. It'll pretty much explain everything without me saying much.
Bart, Dad, you just vanquished your own creator. The philosophical implications would make Eugene Ionesco's head spin.
You make a provocative point, Lisa.
Big brain talk.
Kick him!
Stop kicking the man who doodled you. It isn't nice.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you for saving me, ma'am. I'm enduring grateful.
Mr. Groening, how could you have betrayed us, the fruits of your creative loins, and sold us out to all these awful video games where we endlessly die and lose health and jump and jump and jump?
It's too much jumping.
I didn't know they'd be awful, Lisa. If I'd known, I only would have slapped your faces on mugs, t-shirts, candy, lunchboxes, board games, gum, novelty flying discs, and fluffy beach towels.
The funny part is that he actually has done that. He has done all of that.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Video game engine self-destruct button!
So long, suckers!
And that's pretty much what Matt Groening was. He was a vicious video game boss. He was the creator of The Simpsons. The entire end of that game was like a break in the fourth wall. Like The Simpsons knew what they were now. They were just drawings. As well as video game characters, and they wanted to figure out why. By finding their creator. If I had to say anything about Matt Groening, though, he's an alright guy. He was not that difficult of a game boss. I can't say it. Yeah. He was an okay boss for what he did, but, if anything, That's the most I've got to say. Let's just move on to the next one. Okay, I don't have a clip for the next one, but, I will talk about him for what he did. The next one, the third choice was Cecil Terwilliger. Here's the one thing you need to think about with Cecil. Why he was chosen for this. He certainly was a villain. He was also Sideshow Bob's brother. And the thing about Cecil is that, you know, he betrayed his brother. You know, he betrayed him very, very badly. So badly that Sideshow Bob needed to get help from Bart, you know, the person he was trying to kill himself. Like, it was so bad that Bart and Sideshow Bob had to work together in order to thwart him. And also Lisa, I guess. I know Lisa was involved in that episode and everything. So, yeah. Like, Cecil, he bailed Bob out of jail, then he got involved with that whole building dam thing, and then, sooner or later, later on in the episode, he didn't use that much money to get the dam built. So it was a flimsy dam and everything. Very flimsy. So when Bart and Bob finally got into trouble together from Cecil, you know, they were screwed even if they were able to get out of the dam. Because if they had messed up poorly, then yeah, they would have pretty much fallen to their deaths. But they didn't. They Yeah, they fell on that pipe, and then, you know, Bart went ahead and saved Bob himself, and then they thwarted Cecil together. But with that, I don't know. Cecil, he seems very malicious. If I had to say anything, my vote would probably go to him. And, you know, even when he was thwarted, Chief Wiggum came along, and, you know, he said, forget it, I'm taking Sideshow Bob instead. You know, even then, Cecil got thwarted, but he didn't even go to jail. So there you go. He was... I consider him the most malicious out of these four, if anything. Okay. Out of all of that, the next one. I do have a clip for the next one. The next one is Seymour Skinner. And there is one thing you need to know about Seymour Skinner, Principal Skinner. And it is... that's not even his real name. He is Armin Tamzarian. Here is the clip for that.
So what's your story, Seymour? If that is your real name.
Well, obviously it isn't. My real name is Armin Tamzarian.
Yeah, it doesn't explain that much, but, you know, his real name was Armin Tamzarian. You know, like, he spent 20 years at the school, but all along, you know, he was not Seymour Skinner. That's just not who he was. That's kind of malicious. And I suppose a little villainous. But not very. Still pretty bad, though. You know, he spent all that time with, you know, elementary school kids. And, you know, Armin Tamzarian, the real Armin Tamzarian was supposed to be the principal of the school. Although he was also... like, I think he was the head of a higher chain of command than Seymour was in the army. Not Seymour, Armin. Yeah, Armin was a lower rank than the person's name he had stolen. The commander-in-chief? I don't remember that much about him. But if anything, yeah. Like, he went to give the message to the real Seymour's mother, but the mother just wanted to say, you know, oh, Seymour, you're back finally. And Armin went to tell her, you know, he wasn't the real one, but she told him to shut up, and then she just said, get your ass in here and go to bed. And then he just agreed and went along with it. Pretty much summarized. I know those weren't the exact words, but still. That's pretty much how that went down. That was kind of malicious, but I wouldn't say it's as malicious as Cecil. Alright. Alright, if we're gonna take a look at this. Altogether, I wouldn't give Skinner that much of a vote on it, but, you know, that was pretty bad. My vote still goes to Cecil. All in all, the winner of this one, the winner of this poll, it was Matt Groening, for some reason. I know that was pretty malicious what he did, you know, put all that shit on, put their faces on mugs and fluffy beach towels and all that stuff. But, you know, he wasn't even that hard of a boss, in my opinion. If I had to remember that boss fight so well. You know, he wasn't hard at all. You just had to press a few switches and it was already done. I think the only thing malicious about that fight was that, he had used Bender and Zoidberg as the way to attack you. And that was it. Oh, someone did choose Russ. I'm sad to see that. Out of all of these, though, still, Cecil. I'm glad Cecil got more than one vote. That's 22%. At least he got second place. He was, I feel like he was the most malicious out of all of this. Either way. All in all, I don't know. The winner was still Matt Groening. Like, look at that. Even in his hand, he's got Bender right there. Oh man. All right. Well. If I had to say anything about it, I really don't know what people saw in Matt Groening as a malicious villain. I mean, he did do bad, but if anything, as I said when I showed him off, I kind of get the feeling Russ did better than him. I'm sorry to say that, but I kind of think he did. Especially as a video game villain. Like, seriously, like, that was just... I don't know what else to say, man. That was just... It might have been marketing ploy, but still, whatever. He didn't do that good. I don't think he did. Alright, either way. This poll was... Out of those four, which was the most malicious villain? All in all, Matt Groening won, and I'm kind of sad about that. Alright. Well, this has been The Green Gamer, from Channel MaxCon with your poll decision of this week. I really hope you liked this. And if you did, how about you shoot me a like? If you'd like to have a chat about our polls, maybe the streams, join the Discord. The link to that will be in the description below. All in all, as Max Cat says, don't forget to sub. Meow. Until next time, see ya.